Well, good evening and thanks so much for joining us here tonight on Speed Racing Network. I'm Greg Olenek and it's just me tonight. Pete was going to join me, but he took the night off as well. So we got 100 laps for you here at Nashville Super Speedway. Big apologies for starting here late tonight. Had a little bit of connection issues as we were about to come on air, but hey, we got about a minute and a half before we get this thing kicked off. Let's quickly go ahead and check out those championship standings. So Ryan Johnson with the win last week has that 9-point advantage over Sean Jensick. Andrew Harris there in second, 5 points to the good. Then you got Michael Madden, Landon Cardulo 4 points ahead of that cut line as well. And then Trevor Williams sitting there 1 point up on Sean Jensick, who is that playoff lucky dog, sitting 1 point out. He's going to be looking here to snag a win. Lane Doyle just 3 points out there in seventh. And then you got Brad Herman and Bobby Anderson at 10 points out. Jonathan Byers sitting there in 10th, just 16 points out of this thing. So pretty tight field, but also notice this driver's there in gray racing for a Tier 2 championship. Go ahead, pop those up as well. Jacob Zala with 100 points already here in those Tier 2 championship. He's got a 2-point lead over Blair Holloman. Nathan Nixon sitting there in third, just 8 points out. And then Raul Meza and Ben Park sitting there in fifth. So these guys going to race for $50 here once this thing's all wrapped up in Homestead. So a few more guys to look at as well. Some guys not showing up a few weeks, putting them a little bit further on back here, and that's why you see the likes of Nick Halda, Austin Purnell, Robbio. Some of these guys have missed a few weeks here since being eliminated from the playoffs. So looking like we're seeing a few guys out here getting gridded up out on the track. So let's go ahead and get out there for night number 2 here at Nashville Super Speedway. Round of 10, race 2 action. So let's go ahead and head on down to the grid here and see what we got lined up. Already messing up here tonight. Get this lower third out of the way so we can see that grid. And there it is. Trevor Williams getting the pole here in that 46 by 3 1/1000ths of a second over Jose Castellanos. Ryan Johnson there in third. Jonathan Byer there. Row number 2. Jacob Zala and Landon Cardulo in row 3. Lucas Lyons and Michael Madden in row 4. Bo Tiffany and Blair Holloman round out your top 10 here tonight. So these guys going to start getting ready to head out there on the track. Before they do, we're going to go ahead and step aside real quick. I'm going to get a few more things worked out with this stream here before we get this thing kicked off, and I'm going to run a quick commercial break. We will be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Silverback Tax Solutions specializes in dealing with IRS tax problems. If you are receiving threatening letters from the IRS, or if the IRS has placed liens or levies on your property, Silverback Tax Solutions can help you find relief. We have worked with hundreds of people to resolve their tax problems. If you're behind on filing your taxes, it's never too late to get on the right track. Silverback Tax Solutions can help with that also. Don't let another night go by where you lose sleep worrying about the IRS or your taxes. Head over to www.silverbacttax.com or call 662-996-4357 and contact an enrolled agent today. We can help you gain peace of mind and deal with those problems for you.
All right, so looking like these guys are about to kick it off here tonight. Trevor Williams, who is sitting on that cut line, just 1 point ahead of Sean Jensen, going to be starting on the pole here tonight. He's got his teammate there, Ryan Johnson, just behind him. He's got a tough field here tonight to hold off this win, but looking like we're going to kick it off here with the Silverback Tax Solutions green flag and get this thing started here tonight in Nashville. Trevor Williams get out to a nice lead. His teammate Ryan Johnson trying to go up on by Jose Castellanos and Landon Cardullo going around behind them. The first caution of the night. Big wreck back here. Jonathan Byer also involved here as well. Connor Cunningham, I think that's Raul Mesa too. So we're going to queue up a Sparkle and Shine mobile detailing wreck replay. A first lap here tonight. So this is coming out of 2. You see Landon here in that really colorful number 13 glitched energy out of JBR. And looks like Bo Tiffany. That might have been some serious net code there that sends him up into his teammate there, Jonathan Byer. And I believe Raul Meza took a real big hit here. We're going to watch him. So this is the 37 coming out of turn 2. And this is all going to happen just in front of him. So hold on for a second here. 37's about to go for a ride. Big hit, nowhere to go, right into the 66. So a lot of trucks involved early on in this one. So what we saw last night with the Cup Series, not going to be the case here tonight. We started off that Cup Series race with what seemed to be a 100-lap green flag run, and then it turned into a caution-riddled race all night long. You see the 5 cautions there in what was probably the last 50 laps, but man, that might have been some good net code right there. I actually want to take another look at that one more time. See if we can draw our inversions from this angle here. You're going to see that 4 down there. That's Bo Tiffany. That's who's going to make contact with him here. Yeah, that was a little bit of net code there. Not sure if they were going to make contact or not, but that's the real big problem there for the 13. He is stuck into that wall and is going to have to take the tow down pit road as well, so he's going to lose a lot of time, and I think the engine might have been shot too. So big time damage to JBR early on in this thing. Come down pit road from 22nd on back. Ryan Anderson chasing back and Robbie Street across the road. Kind of details get it all coming down. Trying to top off or take some tires. So the top 21 drivers opted to stay out on the tires that they were given to start this thing off here tonight. So the 2 JDB Racing trucks going to be starting off on the front row. We're going to re-rack them and try to get this thing kicked back off. About to get this thing kicked back off on lap number 5 here tonight. See who can take away this win in the second race of these playoffs here. Really set yourself up for maybe moving on to that final round out in Homestead. Pace car is going to drop down pit road. That Silverback Tax Solutions green flag is going to be waving too, and Trevor Williams gets out to a big jump here. Turn 1, a big gap between the 46 and the 48. 2 car lanes separating the 2 here. And then Jose Castellanos is going to settle in back there in third. Looking like most of these guys are going to single file out on up here in the front. Josh Wheeler out there. He's getting past now. Looks like Sean Kosher might be to his inside. Brad Herman just went by on that 85. So he's going to try and defend and maybe move on up. He's up 9 positions from where he started here this evening. But it seems like it's kind of settled down a little bit now as I say that. Lucas Lyons taking a look to the inside of Jacob Zala. On the front bumper here of that 7 here, you can see he's running a little bit of a different line there, a little bit of a higher line. It's probably because we were watching the 75 of Jacob Zala there, so looks like Lucas Lyons going to move on by him. Well, hello! I got a guest here in the booth now. Repeat, Pete! Hey! You're going to kind of help me put out this fire that has began the night. It seems like, I try to do this thing on my own, and the technology fails me.
That just goes to show that even the best of us need some help every now and then. But been kind of keeping an eye on a couple of things and working on a couple of other projects as well. But man, these trucks looking bad fast here at Nashville. Looking pretty good here at Nashville.
Yeah, not looking too bad. And you've not been here with me for a truck series race, so you should buckle in, man. It's going to be pretty good. These things usually hold up pretty well to the end. We had an early caution early on in the first lap. Big caution for some playoff implications. Jonathan Meyer, Landon Cardullo now back there in 32nd and 33rd. So a lot has happened since you got here, Pete, but that's pretty much it. We've had green flag action since lap number 5. Trevor Williams qualified on the pole here, still on the pole here on lap number 9. So he's got some company, though. Lucas Lyons here in this 7, moving up through the field in a hurry.
Yeah, you got Lucas Lyons right now looking underneath the underneath the 5. Underneath the 5. Sorry about that. Yeah, a little bit of try to take a quick swig and went down the wrong pipe. But yeah, Bordello looks like a little contact. 0605.
Out in front of this thing. Trevor Williams starting to kind of inch away here. He's put 2 car lengths between him and Johnson. Lyons kind of pulling away from Blair Holloman as well. So Jacob Zala, he's going to try and put out the fire. He's got a hard charging Michael Madden just behind him now, right on his bumper here. The 15 really pushing hard to move up into that 6th position. Michael Madden, if you're not familiar with him, Pete, one of the drivers who's been running really strong here lately. A veteran here in SRN, is running the first 3 seasons of SRN, and he's looking to make a run here to Homestead now as he is making a good attempt here, trying to get a run out of 2 and down the backstretch, but still not able to get the nose to the inside. Here he goes, though, 3 and 4.
Right down through 3 and 4, getting all the way down to that low line. Able to clear the 75, and now it looks like that's also brought up at least the next 4 trucks. That 29 right now, Sean Jensen with Ben Park right behind. It's just, man, I'll tell you what, this race looks a whole lot, or very familiar, kind of like what we saw last night with the Cup cars. But yeah, Trevor Williams, like you said, he took the pole, and he's got 4 very, very hungry trucks right behind him.
Yeah, and there goes Sean Jensick on by Jacob Zala as well. So Sean's going to be one that we're watching all night long because he is that driver that sits there in 6th. That is 1 point behind Trevor Williams, but Trevor, I apologize. My bad, everybody. I did not realize the music was playing. Pete, why didn't you tell me the music was playing? No. Sean Jensick, like I was saying, one of the drivers that we're going to be paying attention to all night long. He is just 1 point out. And Trevor Williams, though, sitting at the top of the standings right now, not what the 29 wants to see. So he's going to be able to move by somebody here, though, that being probably Landon Cardullo after the trouble he had here early on in this one. So back out front, Trevor Williams starting to feel a little bit of heat now as that 7 of Lucas Lyons has made his way on by the 48 of Ryan Johnson. I'm not even sure what happened to Ryan. He's all the way back here in 11th now.
Yeah, if you look at the right-hand side of that truck, it is all scraped up. He ended up taking a ride down through the grass and losing quite a few spots. Now back to P11, but still one of the biggest movers, up 11 spots from where he qualified. There's actually quite a few big movers, but Jose Castellanos up 27 spots no doubt in the hunt for that Hard Charger award.
Yeah, Jose started on the second place here tonight. He started just outside. But, yeah, he's still charging up his way through the field, still sitting third. But the man charging his way is Lucas Lyons now as he's going for the inside pass on Trevor Williams. But Trevor holding strong on that outside lane. Lucas Lyons having none of it, though. He's going to try. He doesn't even need to do the slide job. Just send it in there really hard. That's 7 looking really good early on. But, like I said, that's still early on.
Oh, absolutely. Now the 5 and the 48 side by side. 5 is going to try to take it to the, 46. The 5 is going to go ahead and take it to the inside. And he's going to have some company on that low line, losing spot after spot. Now, we've seen this happen before. Once a conveyor belt of trucks or cars gets by either up high or down low, you tend to go further and further to the rear.
Yeah, so Trevor Williams goes back to forth just like that. So Lyons, Castellanos, Holloman, our top 3, all non-playoff drivers here so far on lap number 17. And starting to kind of settle down back there. Michael Madden has moved up to 5th and brought Sean Jensick on up to 6th. Lane Doyle a little bit further on at the back of this pack. He's moved his way up 6 positions on up to 10th. So we got a lot of hard chargers, like you said. Brad Herman up 18. Troy Techmeyer up 10, back at 15th. Cunningham, he's up 10 now. Daniel Park up 10. A lot of big movers here in this one. And that's what you want with a 33 truck field here. A lot of movement. That's what we're seeing.
Yeah, a lot of movers and shakers. I'm actually going to go ahead and reset this tool of mine, since I was working on a project just before I got your message, and yeah, the running orders is just a little bit jumbled for me, and I'm guessing that's why it was showing me Jose Castellanos was up 28 spots, and obviously not so.
He's still feeling good about it either way, though, where he's running there in P number 2. So 28 or not, he's still running second, which is great for Jose, looking to get that first win of the season. This is Nick Halda, who's made it back this year. And Ryan Johnson continuing to fall. This is Halda going on by him. And that would put Johnson back there in 12th and looking like he could fall back even more. Wow, thought they might make contact there for a second. But, wow, Halda might have just made contact with the wall there. Not sure what just happened.
Yeah, 48. He's got a mirror full of that 26. 26 really had to check up going into the corner. 97 coming on down just a little bit, blocking the line. I believe that's going to be from the 32 of Troy Techmeyer right behind him. And then how about AJ Pritchett there also? All kinds of lines here in Nashville, Greg. That is one thing I absolutely love about this track.
Yeah, it was a really good race yesterday. Like I said at the top of the show, we kicked it off with an early caution here tonight, but man, we went 100 green flag laps, it seemed, last night to start the show, and it was really good racing, even though with the smaller field. This track is a lot of fun, and like I said, one of my favorite additions to the NASCAR circuit, because one, it's an amazing city. You should definitely go if you've never been, but two, this track under the lights is none other like any other circuit out there, and it's just a really welcome addition, and I think it promotes a different type of track out there. 1.3 mile oval makes it a little bit smaller and not as wide as what we're used to, and the banking is not as much as you would expect, so you got to really get on the brakes here, and it's a driver's track.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just the concrete here alone makes it a driver's track. A whole lot slippery, a whole lot more slippery than an asphalt track, and new tires. It's very, very treacherous. We saw a bit of wheel spin last night on some of the restarts, and yeah, these guys doing their thing. It looks like, what do we have out here tonight? 33 trucks started this race. There are a couple in pit, and it looks like Raul Meza may have actually missed the start. So 30 trucks out there on track right now.
Yeah, Meza was one of those trucks that was involved in that first incident as well. Looks like he hasn't brought his truck back out there on the track, only completing one lap here this evening. So 30 trucks, like you said, still a pretty big field at this smaller track than what has been kind of the norm here of lately, being the 1.5 mile oval. So riding on board here of Lucas Lyons, and you can see the gap back to Blair Holloman, who's starting to make his way up, but don't look now. Trevor Williams has been saving his stuff, it seems. He's coming up here in a hurry.
Yeah, working right now, working underneath And coming on by, 46 going to try to charge back up front, getting underneath the 06. Like you said, Blair Holloman, Michael Madden, Sean Jensick. But how about Brad Herman right now rocking the P number 6 spot and continues to move his way? I tell you, that man's just bat fast in anything that he drives. Had a hell of a race last night in the Cup Series. Worked very, very hard. Was able to finish in the top 3. I tell you, Greg, in post-race, he was very dejected. I'd be ecstatic about a top 3 in a field as stacked as it is here in SRN.
Well, it was mainly because he was very excited for this race, and he had Nashville circled on his schedule, like he said, so I know he's excited about it here tonight and probably likes his chances up 20 positions after starting the night in 26 currently. Running P at number 6, so he's going to try and get on by a few more guys, but it's going to be tough with these names up here. You got Michael Madden, who just made the pass back there on the 06 of Blair Holloman, so move Madden up to 3rd, Holloman back to 4th. Then you got Sean Jensick here, the playoff lucky dog that sits 1 point out of that cut line, trying to run down Trevor Williams here and keep par with him. And yeah, so he's got Blair Holloman just in front of him, and it's not going to be easy to get by here for the 85.
No, it's not going to be able to. It's not going to be easy for him whatsoever. But you know what? Consistency, running your line, and doing everything that you can do, and taking the advantage if you get one, absolutely helps. I got a message from Travis Anderson earlier. The owner of the TJ's Team Foundation, and he sent something out saying, hey, for $50 towards the donation, you can actually get your name on the back of a truck that TJ's Team will be co-sponsoring in one of these upcoming races. And I asked him, what would it cost to, even get a little bit more? And he said he was going to try to see what he can do and get back to us. Wouldn't it be interesting if, you can get SRN on the side of an actual truck at one of these upcoming races? I think that'd be pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. You're paying for it, though, P. I'm not.
Sure.
I can't. I ain't got those deep pockets.
$50. I'd shell out the $50 and it would say SRN and repeat. There you go.
Oh, I thought you were mentioning. I thought you meant you wanted to put your whole name on the side of the truck. That's what I thought you meant you were going to pay for here. But man, right now Trevor Williams trying to put his name out in front here, as he got really close to the 7 of Lucas Lyons. These two about to go to battle, and that's probably going to bring all these guys that are a little bit further back there. Michael Madden 0.6 of a second back there in 3rd. That's going to bring all these guys back up here. We're about to have a good battle for the lead.
Yeah, 46 thought he was going to be able to look to the inside, but 7 came on down and slammed that door. Michael Madden, he's now just about 2. Actually, no, not even. Not even
Brad Herman!
Second behind.
Brad Herman, and it looks like Lane Doyle might have made contact right there, both of them, or that was maybe Ben Park, not sure here. Let's see if I can maybe catch that again. Maybe if we go ahead, take a look here. Right with Brad Herman, something just happened to the 85. It's right behind Sean Jensick. It's Ben Park to his outside in the 8, and they just kind of netcode right there. Both of them get into the wall and lose a couple positions there.
Yes, Brad Herman now back to 8, but hey, still up 18 spots, but all kinds of damage down the right-hand side of that 85 TJ's Team Foundation Silverado. And he's got a little bit of a gap back to Ben Park and Jose Castellanos, but he's also a little bit more behind of Lane Doyle and Jacob Zala as this race goes on, and they're side by side and might actually help him work his way back up.
Well, the Beard, that's what I'm calling Trevor Williams. I'm calling him the Beard. He's out in front here again. He's put that Watermelon Rogue Energy Chevy Silverado back out there after kind of settling down, letting those guys go on by. He's saved his stuff and is looking good right here as he enters 3. Lucas Lyons, though, not letting him get too far away, sitting there just a quarter of a second back, about 3 truck lengths on back there. Michael Madden right there in 3rd. This top 5 kind of settling down after what kind of got a little wild there here in the top 10.
Yeah, kind of reminiscent of what we saw last night between the 88 and the 28. Those two would not, they couldn't be caught. They pulled away for a while, then the 28 fell back. We'll have to see if the same thing happens between the 46 and the 7. But right now, the 46 to Trevor Williams in very secure control.
So Ryan Johnson, who has just been on a tear this season, 6 wins. It could be 7. I can't remember off the top of my head, 6 or 7 wins, Pete. But look at that damage on the right side here of that 48. That is why he's fallen back now all the way back to the 12th position. He's going to be dying for a caution to come out to possibly get that fixed. He's trying to hold off Connor Cunningham, who's charged this way, going up back through the field after being involved in that early incident in that 63. So look to see if the 48 can kind of hang on here and maybe make his way back up to the front.
I'll tell you what, Connor Cunningham, he normally spots for Ed Shearer on Tuesday nights. Not quite sure if the roles are reversed when Connor is behind the wheel of his number 63. But if he is, and he's got Ed Shearer in his ear giving him tips and tricks, you can definitely look forward to this guy trying to work his way up. I think the last time I watched a truck race or was part of the broadcast, which was only once maybe before, he was able to finish inside the top 10. So Connor definitely very capable of getting it done, sitting P13 right now.
So be curious to see if this is a one-stop race, Pete. Last night we saw these guys in the Cup Series cars stretch them out to about a 50, 51, 52 lap run. So I'm curious to know if that's going to be the same case for these guys here in the Truck Series tonight. And if not, we're going to probably see them start coming down pit road here shortly. But I have to imagine they might be able to do it on one stop.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Usually the trucks get way better gas mileage than the next gens or the Gen 7 cars do. So I would imagine they'll probably be able to go to about 55, maybe 58 laps, and then have to come in. But it should definitely only have to be a one-stop race.
Well, looking like Landon Cardullo has gotten that number 13 Glitch Energy JBR Toyota Tundra back out there on the track, but man, you can see the damage to that truck. He is out there trying to salvage any point that he can get because currently he sits third, but not too far up on that cut line, +4, so he knows he's in danger of really losing touch with the rest of this field if he doesn't try and go out there and get everything he can.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. This time of year, only 2 races left. You have to get out there. You have to go for every single point you can. As you saw, a couple of cars or a couple of trucks have to work their way around, including the 85 that we saw have some troubles just a little bit ago. Another truck very high, wide, and handsome. It looks like it's going to be the 98. Overshot the corner, ended up going all the way around. And coming across, that's the 38. Numbers are so rubbed off the side, it's kind of hard to read.
Right here, teammates Michael Madden and Sean Jensick each running 3rd and 4th. So they're liking their run so far, trying to run down the 7 there of Lucas Lyons. But Lucas is having a great run to his right as well here. He's only lost about a second to Trevor Williams since he's gone on by here, but now he's got a mirror full of this 15 and 29.
Yeah, 15, Michael Madden, Sean Jensick right there. Those guys look like they're just very content drafting, and obviously they're going to have the speed. But instead of going around the 7 so far, they chose just to tuck on in. 15 says, throwing it low. 7's going to go high. Guessing maybe they caught him looking in the mirror, and both of these guys should be able to clear him. 29 side by side with the 7, but will have the edge.
Yes, it moved Lucas Lyons back to 4th now, the highest non-playoff running driver here. Looks like we might start seeing pit stops here. We got AJ Pritchett coming down pit road, the only one this time, but might start seeing that pick up here.
Okay, so lap 42, and if they have to stop again, yeah, it would be a 2-stop. So we'll have to see if anybody goes those extra 8 laps, or if they've just had enough and they're tired of that right front screaming at them if they've had to wear it down. But yeah, Pritchett, Kerr, Nixon, and Byer all showing to be either on pit road or out.
And I swear, each truck we look at here has significant damage to the right side there, We're going to have to come up with our own term here as far as, like, the Darlington Stripe goes as in Nashville here. Seeming like these trucks are getting eaten up here tonight. And it just goes to show this track is tough. Turn 4 is very narrow, and I can guarantee you that is probably where most of these hits are happening.
Yeah, it's the way that the track sticks out. And, yeah, it can you try to get back in the throttle. You push up after that right front is gone. You'll go right to the wall. It's almost I won't say that it's the same as like an Indy 90-degree turn, but that wall definitely comes up fast.
So Trevor Williams not worried about coming down just yet. He's going to stay out there and kick off lap number 45. But just behind him here, this battle not going away for second. Michael Madden, Sean Jensick, Lucas Lyons still battling it out, and Blair Holloman not too far behind either.
Yeah, Blair Holloman in that 06, so looks like he's actually gaining just a little bit of time. He's got the draft from the 7 now, able to run his own line because those 3 in front of him are somewhat nose to tail. He could just really wrap the bottom like he's doing right now, get a little bit of clean air on the left front of that truck, really get that thing to eat off the corner and stay right with those top 3 and just allow them to pull him right on up. He's just going to have to watch as he gets into the corner that he doesn't miss his mark or overrun that truck and really hurt his tires here, especially in the later run. That's where we've seen a lot of these trucks get very, very tight.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with all 4 of these drivers that are sitting here behind Trevor Williams here in the top 5. Each one of them have made their way through this field. Lucas Lyons maybe not so much, but still he has held on, and right now he's going to come on down pit road, it looks like, in that 7.
Yeah, 7 on down, so we'll have to see if those brand new Eagle Feel Goods do any good for him. So both, yeah, Williams and Lyons. I missed Lyons, so that's going to leave it all to Mike Madden and Sean Jensick. Behind them, Blair Holloman, but because those 2 came on down, he lost the draft from those guys. So if Madden and Jensick continue to push, I'd say maybe 3 more laps. Come on down on 50, come out on 51.
Ooh.
Then all you've got to do is repeat it in the next one. 1 more coming down.
That was close between the teammates there of Sean Jensick and Michael Madden there. Michael almost getting clipped there, but a lot of guys coming down. Wow, Jose barely getting on there back there in the 5. So a lot of guys coming on down. We got Michael Madden, Lane Doyle, Brad Herman, Josh Mueller, among others. So not too many others left to come down. Sean Jensick, though, out in front, getting that extra bonus point.
Yeah, it's going to go ahead and lead this lap. We'll have to see if Blair Holloman and then ultimately Connor Cunningham come on down pit road as well. Sean Jensick in, Cunningham also coming in, Holloman also in. So those top 3 that we were just talking about, all on pit road. That's going to hand it all over to Nick Halda.
Yeah, and you saw Jacob Sala kind of spin out there on pit exit. Not an easy pit exit by any means here at Nashville. We've seen that happen a number of times, so you're exactly right. The 49, Nick Halda, he is going to be feeling like he's kind of got a little bit extra weight in that truck because all these trucks are going to be flying on by.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and woe it up. Come on down pit lane. No, I can't talk tonight. Pit lane. There we go. Don't speed. And as he comes on down, he'll come out on lap 50. So he has, the very real possibility of watching all those guys go on down pit road one more time, as long as he didn't lose too much track position waiting to come on down.
Well, that's going to hand the lead over to Rob Yost Jr., who's going to still be out there. He's one of those drivers that pitted there on lap 2 to get a little bit of a top off here, so he can make it a little bit longer than these guys, and he's going to take advantage of that and lead a lap here if he can. He's going to let those guys go on by, though, because, like I said, those older tires, man, makes you feel like you got a lot of extra weight in the back of that truck. We'll see if he comes down this time. Looks like he is.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to come on down. I tell you, when you're waiting and you're waiting for that front end to hook up and turn through the corner, it feels like a century. And as all these guys have come on down, it's broken up most of the bigger packs around this track. And looking at the track map, just like last night, Greg, there are cars everywhere all around this 1 1/3 mile super speedway, they call it, here in Nashville.
Yeah, so officially halfway done with this thing, and Trevor Williams continues to lead the way. We're going to step aside for a quick commercial break. Do not go anywhere.
The Butt Kicker Gamer 2. What you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Silverback Tax Solutions specializes in dealing with IRS tax problems. If you are receiving threatening letters from the IRS, or if the IRS has placed liens or levies on your property, Silverback Tax Solutions can help you find relief. We have worked with hundreds of people to resolve their tax problems. If you're behind on filing your taxes, it's never too late to get on the right track. Silverback Tax Solutions can help with that also. Don't let another night go by where you lose sleep worrying about the IRS or your taxes. Head over to www.silverbacttax.com or call 662-996-4357 and contact an enrolled agent today. We can help you gain peace of mind and deal with those problems for you.
Want to be a part of an racing, competitive, all fare further than Speed Racing Network. Originally known as Mid-South Madness, SRN has evolved into a league that can bring the best out in any given driver. Drivers work their way up through the ranks to hopefully one day call themselves a champion of Speed Racing Network. If you're interested in joining, don't hesitate to reach out to league admins to claim your spot today. Maybe you'll end up in the history books. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor in Speed Racing Network, feel free to head over to www.speedracingnetwork.com and reach out to an admin today. And as always, remember to go faster.
All right, so thanks to all of our sponsors. As always, didn't get a chance to do that at the top of the broadcast. Like I said, had a few technical difficulties, but we got this thing going like a finely greased wheel here, right, Pete? This thing has been really fun here tonight. Lucas Lyons back out in front, 0.7 of a second over Michael Madden, and Trevor Williams there back in third.
Yeah, I tell you what, Madden and Williams, they continue to work together, but this 7, he's starting to come up on more and more trucks that he's going to be able to get a little bit of a whip a draft off of, maybe pull himself up, and he's looking pretty solid. I really don't see him getting too loose on these somewhat new tires. Usually it takes a few laps to come up to temp, come up to pressure, but on concrete it might take just a little bit longer because it's a cooler surface. But yeah, he's doing pretty good riding on board with him. It doesn't really look like he's fighting that truck whatsoever.
No, so looking good so far, and he's feeling good. He's led a lot of laps here in that number 7 here tonight. Still looking to get that first win in SRN, so maybe it comes here tonight in Nashville. It'll be cool because he always seems to run the music-themed trucks, and that's exactly what he's running here tonight with Juice WRLD on board. And right now, a good battle as Ryan Johnson might be feeling a little bit better. Not sure he got too much damage fixed there, but the 4 tires, he's up to 10th now after falling back to 13th not too long ago. So he's going to try and pick off AJ Pritchett here for 9 and see how that 48's running here on the second run.
He's got Pritchett, like you said, right in front of him, and then Ben Park a little bit further up in that number 8. It's kind of funny that you mentioned, music-themed cars. I actually just got a die-cast in just the other day. It's the old Dale Jr. Elvis tribute car. So talk about, Nashville and Graceland and all that. Why not?
Yeah, hey, I get a few too many NASCAR diecasts in here now, so let me know if you need any more, Pete. I could send some.
Send them my way. Send them on.
Well, someone
I've always got room.
Yeah, Lucas Lyons is going to have a mirror full of the 15 here before too long. He's right there, and Michael Madden going to take a look to the outside of the 7. We got a battle for the lead.
Yeah, Juice WRLD truck on the bottom. Up high is that number 15, and they're going to stay side by side. This is something that you see very, very often at now. Oh,
wow.
A little bit of neck code is going to send the 7 sideways, going through the grass. This should be a caution. Can he hold it?
Oh, he's coming back up on the track.
Wow.
I can't not believe that is not a caution from iRacing here. It stays green, but that was some of the worst net code that I think I have probably ever seen here. We're going to take a look at that one more time.
Amazing save.
But, I mean, these guys are not even close to one another. That is just ridiculous there. And unfortunately, the 7 is going to have to, be the one that reaps the punishment there of that error from iRacing. That just really is unfortunate for Lucas Lyons after a great run. Still settles in back in 7th.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like the 15 on the outside just did a little bit of a kick with the rear end and knocked him sideways. But yeah, no issue meeting on common ground or anything like that. Just unfortunate net code from iRacing. Well, that 7 truck, he's had a fast truck, as you said, all race long. Now is really the time to buckle down, hit your marks, don't abuse the right front, stay consistent as you can, work your way back up there. I don't think we've seen the last of him.
Yeah, it's safe to say, sometimes when that net code does happen, there's likely going to be contact either way. But, I mean, those two are not even close to each other. That's why it kind of caught me off guard when you saw the truck jump like it did. You knew exactly what just happened there. So Lucas might not realize it, but, man, that is going to be a hard pill to swallow there after running so well tonight in that 7. Still a lot of time left to go here. 36 laps still left on the board. Trevor Williams out in front.
Yeah, what's really bad about that, I thought maybe because it was net code that there wouldn't have been any damage, but he's got damage right behind the right front fender and the rear. So unfortunate for him, but hopefully maybe because it's net code, it's not actually affecting him. We'll have to see. Kind of curious if he got any kind of an X out of that.
Yeah, he does have some significant damage to the right side of that truck here, though. But still, like I said, has settled in here in 7th. Nobody around him for the time being. See if he can make it on to the end here and salvage that top 10 run. But so far, your top 5, Trevor Williams, Michael Madden, Sean Jensick, Lane Doyle with a nice rebound after being caught up in a little bit of a scuffle earlier on. He's up to 4th. And Brad Herman on up to 5th. 21 positions gained for Brad Herman in that 85.
Yeah, the man's just phenomenal. If I had actually been able to be here from the beginning, I probably would have picked this 85. And I mean, he proven that he can get it done week in and week out. Very, very strong all season long. Strong in the Cup car. Strong throughout. He definitely very much improved.
So a little bit further on back here's Bobby Anderson. He's another one of the playoff drivers that's below the cut line. Currently running P number 15. He's got Sean Kosher, Ben Park just ahead of him, battling it out for 13th. So keep an eye on him. We got a battle there between teammates now for 2nd. Sean Jensick and Michael Madden side by side.
Yeah, side by side, you got to kind of watch. 15 seemed like he might have a little bit of a net code bubble around him. Going to check up. 29 is going to go ahead and take the P2 spot, and they are still a good 1.1 seconds behind the leader in Trevor Williams.
So trying to see what other battles we got going on. Looking like Lucas Lyons has come down pit road in that number 7 Juice World Chevy Silverado. So not sure if he's just going to park it for the rest of the night or just get 4 tires fuel, get that damage fixed up, but he's going to bring it down. Tough break for that 7.
Yeah, you see the right side going up, gives it a little bit of juice out the tailpipes, right sides only, and topped it off. I'm going to guess he just came on down, maybe try to fix the damage, hoping because it was net code, maybe he'd get 7 or 8 seconds for the stop. And as he exits pit road, looks like he still has that damage on the right-hand side. Did not allow a whole lot of time to fix it. I think he just wanted at least a pair of right-side tires, and that was it.
So now I'm curious to know if anybody is going to make it to the end. Are we going to have splash and goes here and a bunch of different strategies play out, or if they can make it to the end here? Nobody made it to lap 50. Actually, the only driver being Rob Yost, who was one of those guys that came down and pitted on lap number 2, but he is the only one that was on lap number 50. So all these guys, I'm not sure if they can make it to the end.
It really will be interesting to see how it plays out. I kind of missed or it didn't register or sink in that you said that there was an early caution, and I'm sure at least one or two people, maybe more, did come on down just to top off, and that might have been those that stayed out an extra lap or two past Trevor and Jensic and Madden as they were very, very close and swapping out the lead earlier. So, yeah, have to see how it all plays out. Did the 7 just come on down pit road knowing that he was only 9 seconds behind the leader? Take a little advantage of that, grab some right side tires, top off the fuel, and come on back out and see what he can make up. He has made up a couple of spots so far, and he continues to come up on him just like he's doing right now, coming across the start stripe.
Sean Kozier having a good night here, back in the 97. He's up to 11th position, up 6 spots from where he started in 17th. So wanted to give him a quick shout out. Good night for Sean Kozier here early on. About 28 laps to go. See if he can maybe come away with a top 10 here. But Connor Cunningham putting it on Ryan Johnson right now, 63, trying to move on by for that 8th position.
At 48 up top, almost hit the fence one more time. I guess he figures maybe, what's one more scrape along the right-hand side of that truck. But the 63 is looking pretty clean. As you said, now inside the top 10, running P8. The last time I saw him was about 11th or 12th. So doing what he's got to do to try to march his way through the field, up 19 spots. Good run for him.
Well, here's our leader, Trevor Williams, and he is in the thick of it, and he makes contact with a lap car and sends Jacob Zala spinning, and that's going to be our second caution of the night here. And this is going to be an interesting one here, because if he's the cause of the caution, he might be sacrificing that lead right now.
Ooh, that dreaded EOL. We'll have to see. It's gonna go back and forth between the drivers, but the admins have the ultimate say. We'll have to see which way they go.
You see these two racing here, and it looking like Zala might have come down on him here a little bit in that 75, and the 46 sends him spinning into the outside wall. Big hit there for Zala.
Yeah, rear end first, then makes contact with the front. 46, he had the line. Have to see here. Let's take a look from the roof cam.
Yeah, I think Williams might be safe here. It looks like he held that line pretty well in and through that turn, and Zala just came down a little bit too much, and unfortunately has sent into the wall right there. So I have to imagine we're going to see a common theme right here. Pit stops for these leaders.
Yeah, looking on board with that 46 right now. He's got all kinds of damage on the front right. The hood's buckled up just a little bit, kind of tore up behind the right front tire. So it'll be interesting to see if he can carry the same straightaway speed all the way, on both sides of this track. Should be pretty good in the corners, but might suffer a little bit with the drag.
Well, I think the man that's going to suffer the most out of this is going to be that 7 of Lucas Lyons. He did not get his lap back before that caution came out, so he is still trapped 1 lap down and will not be able to come down pit road and still be on the lead lap with these guys. So the 7 has lost a lot of positions now as we see some of these guys opting to take different strategies. Who's going to win this battle off? Was it Sean Jensic? It might have been.
Yeah, it looks like right now it's going to be Jensic, Williams, Madden, Doyle, and Herman going to be your top 5 off of pit road. Then it's, so far, Tiffany, Holloman, Cunningham, Mueller, and Park. Have to see how it all, comes to be once they get to the start stripe and scoring resets.
So the playoff lucky dog, Sean Jensic, who currently, before coming into this race, sat 1 point below the cut line, is out in front of this thing here in that 29. He's got a little bit of damage to the front of that Ford F-150, but he's going to be tough to pass out here. He's going to have Trevor Williams just behind him, who's been the class of the field all night. Michael Madden in 3rd, Lane Doyle there in 4th, and Brad Herman in 5th. So at race admins, like we said, going to put that one on Zala now after he came down into the 46 and ultimately caused that second caution of the night. So we're going to have a lot of jumbling up here. Some drivers taking different strategies, some drivers getting damage fixed, one of those being the 48 Ryan Johnson. he got a lot of time on pit roads to get some damage fixed. Andrew Harris, Jose Castellanos spending extra time, as well as Nick Halda. So a lot of really fast trucks going to be feeling faster out there with that damage all fixed up.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to feel like Superman around this place all of a sudden. We'll have to see what they're capable of. Hashtag go faster, up and out. 24 laps to go. Should be 23 when they come to the line next time, and the green flag flies.
So like I said, we'll go through the top 10 real quickly here. Sean Jensic out in front of this thing. Trevor Williams here at P number 2 in that Watermelon Rogue Energy Chevy Silverado just behind them. A really banged up 15 Sparkle and Shine Ford F-150 driven by Michael Madden, but still that truck has looked really fast here all night. He's trying to come away with another win this season. Lane Doyle, a very quiet night, sits here in 4th after getting onto the wall early on in this thing, has really rebounded nicely. See if he can come away with a podium finish here tonight for the JW camp. And then Brad Herman sits here in 5th, one of his favorite tracks. He's going to be all bunched up here with the lead pack again. I think this 85 is going to make it really, really racy here, Pete. Bo Tiffany in 6th, and then you got Blair Holloman in 7th. Connor Cunningham going to be outside row 4 in that 63. He's going to be starting P number 8. Josh Mueller in 9th, and then AJ Pritchett going to round out our top 10.
Yeah, we saw something like this. It was just a little bit later in the race last night, and man, it was a phenomenal finish all the way to the end. We've got more laps than we did last night for that green-white checker, but 85 definitely made it interesting last night. You could definitely look forward to the 85 making it interesting one more time. You know, you talk about that 15 Sparkle and Shine machine. It still kind of reminds me that I've got to go online and order a set for myself. With all the driving I did up to New York State and back from the campgrounds, I got all kinds of bug residue left. I need a new kit.
Yeah, man, go ahead and check them out. And Sparkle and Shine, Mobile Detailing, but Silverback Tax Solutions about to have the green flag as Sean Jensic gets it underway for the 3rd time again here tonight. We got 23 laps to go.
23 laps to go, and it looks like Jensic, like you said, able to get on that throttle pedal first and got a very, very nice half a second gap back to Madden. Behind Madden, they were side by side. 85 got a little loose with the 46 outside. Looks like the 47 is going to clear him as well. And there also goes Blair Holloman, putting Brad Herman back to P6.
Yeah, so that little bit of getting loose for the 85 has really hurt him here. He's going to lose a few spots here. He's going to try and put that fire out, but Bo Tiffany quickly to the outside of him now as we have 21 laps to go here, and these are going to fly by here. A very quick 1.3 mile oval and a lot of high tensions after a little bit of chippy racing here early on tonight. I think we're going to see a great finish here.
Yeah, I tell you what, 4 came on down. He was going to try to get underneath the 85. No such luck. Herman slammed that door, and when he did, kind of threw the 4 off just a little bit of Bo Tiffany, and that allowed Connor Cunningham to come on up and also challenge for the position. They're side by side just a little bit further back. Up front, though, 29 still leading the way.
Yeah, he's got the lead ahead of his teammate here, Michael Madison. 2 Rat Pack Racing trucks out in front of this thing, and then 2 JW Racing trucks just behind him in that 46 and the 47 of Trevor Williams and Lane Doyle, Blair Holloman going to round out top 5. So kind of settling down here with 20 laps to go. I don't expect that to last for very long.
No, I don't expect that to either. It's going to be interesting to see how they
Mueller. He's in the wall back here. AJ Pritchett teammates.
And it's going to bring out that yellow with 19 to go. Probably go back green right around 16. Laps are going to start winding down, and Greg, cautions breed cautions. All of a sudden,
boy.
The intensity just ramps up. We'll have to watch.
Yeah, we saw it yesterday. Cautions, in fact, did breed cautions, and that's exactly what we're having here again tonight. Mueller gets a little tap from the 97 of Sean Kozier, sends him up into the 14 of AJ Pritchett, and the damage is done. Big time hit there for the 26.
Yeah, all kinds of damage all the way around that machine. And 14 just unfortunately had nowhere to go. Usually when you start to see a truck spin, and it's pointed towards the inside. You'd think, yeah, go to the outside. Not so much. He just washed right up the track. 14 nowhere to go. Just an innocent bystander. Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how the admins see that one. Might not have been the same as the original one before that. A little bit different, but still contact made entering turn 1. So we're going to go ahead and step aside with 18 laps to go. Run another quick commercial break and come right back with that 4th restart of the night.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Silverback Tax Solutions specializes in dealing with IRS tax problems. If you are receiving threatening letters from the IRS, or if the IRS has placed liens or levies on your property, Silverback Tax Solutions can help you find relief. We have worked with hundreds of people to resolve their tax problems. If you're behind on filing your taxes, it's never too late to get on the right track. Silverback Tax Solutions can help with that also. Don't let another night go by where you lose sleep worrying about the IRS or your taxes. Head over to www.silverbacttax.com or call 662-996-4357 and contact an enrolled agent today. We can help you gain peace of mind and deal with those problems for you.
Want to be a part of an established league on iRacing? A league that's competitive, fun, and above all fair? Look no further than Speed Racing Network. Originally known as Mid-South Madness, SRN has evolved into a league that can bring the best out in any given driver. Drivers work their way up through the ranks to hopefully one day call themselves a champion of Speed Racing Network. If you're interested in joining, don't hesitate to reach out to league admins to claim your spot today. Maybe you'll end up in the history books. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor in Speed Racing Network, feel free to head over to www.speedracingnetwork.com and reach out to an admin today. And as always, remember to go faster.
All right, so still pace car lights are on. We're going to kick this thing off when we have 14 laps to go, but there you see cause caution ruling coming down. That one going to be put on Sean Kozier, so a tough break for the 97 after having a good night. He is going to be deemed the cause of that caution and take that EOL penalty.
Yeah, just nothing that could be done. Just very unfortunate. Closing laps. What do you do? But here we are again. The pace lights still lit on top of that pace car. I mentioned probably go back to green with 16 to go. It looks like it's going to be 15 as Barney's still holding the yellow.
Yeah, it'll be 14, which makes it even more white knuckling.
Yep.
As you see, yeah, you're right, Barney with the nice stance, man. He's got it down. This is exactly the man for the job here on the iRacing server. But yeah, holding that flag with pride, showing one to go here. Sean Jensen going to be leading the way. Michael Madden to his inside, so looking like Jensen going to opt to start on the outside. I think these two are going to be working together. We might see 29 drop down in front of the 15 here, knowing that they got two JW Racing trucks just behind them. And Pete, it's really weird not one of them being Ryan Johnson. I'm not going to lie, but that man has been dominant here this season.
Yeah, I don't think the 29 is going to have much of an issue getting to the line that he wants. There is still all kinds of damage down the left-hand side of that Sparkle and Shine number 15. The 46, obviously right there, Trevor Williams. The 06, the 85, I mean the 47. There's all kinds of trucks that have no issue at all with the body. Still very much intact. Pace car lights are out, making that left turn towards Albuquerque. Here we go one more time.
Yeah, look at that nice green flag we're going to see here one more time again as we kick it off with the Silverback Tax Solutions green flag here at Nashville Super Speedway. 14 laps to go.
Yeah, Jensic very, very hard on the throttle. 15 able to hold that bottom line, so he's going to actually be able to keep some of these trucks behind him by taking the preferred line. Yep, yellow's out one more time. Looks like this is going to be Jason Krapke in the back.
Yeah, Jason Krapke taking a spin here in that 54. So looking like it might have been a one-truck incident here. We're going to take a look at that Sparkle and Shine mobile detailing wreck replay just to figure out what happened here. So a little bit further on back in the pack is racing with Ryan Johnson here. Got a little tight there, and then a lot of help from, I'm not sure if that was the 64 of Walt Lipicki or not. Might have been. Let's take another look at that.
It kind of makes you wonder if there's a little bit of an effect from a car up front blinking and a couple guys checked up.
Yeah, so that always throws you off. You see the 87 there blink, and then Daniel Park gets into the 54 there. That's the driver of the 6, and not too bad of a hit. Wow. That was really close for, I believe, that was Sean Kozier going on by right there. But 54 gets it going, and we're back under caution here tonight.
Yeah, right rear's got a bit of damage, but like you said, didn't hit too hard. He's already a little bit further in the back. I don't know if I'd be coming down pit road. He's going to make a liar out of me, try to grab just a little bit of repair, if at all possible. I don't imagine he'll do anything with tires or fuel. They should have already been down. He's got enough. Just a little bit of time for some body work.
Well, there you saw it coming down from the admins. They're going to put that one on the 6 of Daniel Park there. So he's going to take that EOL penalty after causing that caution. He's going to move on back from 16th all the way back to 26th, it looks like, with 26 cars on the lead lap. The first one lap down, going to be Walt Lipicki back there in that 64 machine running 27th. So he's going to have some work to do to get back up here.
Yeah, so far about 10 or 11 more trucks on the lead lap than we had last night during the Cup race. So pretty good job by these guys. 12 laps to go, and 29 right now. It seems like this is the way that it's been, Greg. Somebody tries something a little bit different. They're up front and they're able to hold on and get this late charge. Have to see if somebody tries something again or if we go green from here.
Well, I want to go ahead and pull up this team championship standings because didn't get the opportunity to look at them before this thing started. So JW Racing going up against JBR here, a 25-point advantage for JW, running pretty well tonight with Trevor Williams, Lane Doyle there in 3rd and 5th. Ryan Johnson trying to make his way back up through the field. Nick Haldo running in 11th, so they're having a good night with JBR not having the best night. Landon Cardullo and Jonathan Byer back there in 31st as well as 32nd. So they're going to rely on some of the other drivers in their stable to make up some ground on JW, but JW with an opportunity here to pull away. And the next matchup being Dark Tank against Zuyost. This one a good one as well here. 78 to 83, but the 3C is Zuyost Racing currently out in front of this thing, and they've had a lot of help from Brad Herman as well as Blair Holloman, and both those guys running really well here tonight. Blair currently in 4th, and Brad up to 6th.
Yeah, that is a very, very close battle. The battle before that, just a mere 25 points with just a couple to go. Yeah, it's crunch time, and we always say, Greg, every single point matters. I actually went back and I was listening and rewatching some of the broadcast from last night, and I said something about you really have to race the race in a different way when you have to calculate which passes you can allow, which passes you have to make, where you've got to be when it's all said and done. These truck racers are no different than the Cup guys.
Yeah, and that's why it really helps for some of these guys that are able to have a spotter in their ear that can tell them who is coming up, where a certain person is, and how they are faring in this championship format right now. So it really helps, and a lot of these guys they do have spotters, and that's why some of these guys are able to set themselves apart and able to really play the chess match that is playoff racing here in SRN.
Yeah, and it's always a very, very stressful time, and you just got to be you got to be up for the challenge and ready to go. It really drives the competitive juices that each and every one of us have, whether we're behind the mic because we love this or behind the wheel. However it is, we're all here for a reason. And with these guys got two races yet to crown a champ, but that Sparkle and Shine green flag back out.
Yeah, Silverback
green flag.
Yeah, Silverback Tax Solutions green flag. Back out here in Nashville. 9 laps to go. You're good. Hey, as long as it's one of our sponsors here.
There we go.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But Sean Jensig gets out to a great jump here. Good 2, 3, maybe 4 truck gap between him and the 15. Blair Holloman going to settle in. Nope. Trevor Williams going to still fight to his inside there for that P3 position. But I think that 06 might have it here.
Yeah, 06 definitely going to have it on the outside. Pulls right in front of the 46, right behind that Sparkle and Shine 15. There we go. That time got it right. 47, a little bit of a love tap from the 85 of Brad Herman. And there is also Connor Cunningham now up to P number 7, 20 spots up, tied for Brad Herman with spots. 06, 46 side by side.
Yeah, it's just really starting to get really tense here. Look how tight this racing is. And like I said, it kind of lives up to the Super Speedway name once we get down to the end of these things and kind of have these short sprints. We're going to have some really tight racing. 7 laps to go. Sean Jensig continues to lead the way, but a look at this pack trying to inch closer and closer to that 29.
Yeah, 2, now 3/10 back to Madden and Holloman. Now 4/10. Trevor Williams and Doyle to round out your top 5, 6, and 8/10 respectively. 29's going to try to check out, and that time between first and second is growing.
So single file all the way throughout. Bo Tiffany and Connor Cunningham side by side back here, that being a 7th place battle. Bo going to try and clear the 63. Looks like he's going to get on by Bobby Anderson right behind Connor now in that 18, running in P number 9. So right now Blair trying to defend here on the 46. The 46 has a nose to the inside of Blair, so Blair going to be really fighting hard here to try and defend this 3rd place position and not let Michael Mann and Sean Jensig get too far away, because we have 5 more laps around this Nashville circuit.
I'm really surprised that the 06 went up that high. If I was him, or if, I don't know exactly how his truck is handling right now, but you really want to be right where he is right now, right on that outside door, keeping that guy pinched down. That way he can't get back in the throttle and carry any real momentum or any real speed off the corner. He's got to check up. 06 diving in, able to clear him.
Yeah, with the way the netcode has been here tonight, that makes me extra nervous seeing how close that got, though. Still keeping it clean, and Blair trying to defend now on the inside here. Trevor going to take a look to the outside, see if he can make the pass there. 4 laps to go. Sean Jensig out to a 6/10 of the second lead.
Yeah, he's got to be loving everything that he sees and what he hears, either over the driver chat or whatever. It looks like they're able to clear a lap truck up high. And, the more they battle behind him, the further and further he's able to scoot away. 47 loose after having to get a little defensive with his driving.
Yeah, he's kind of falling back a little bit here now, getting swallowed up by the field. He's going to settle in here for 7. He's got his teammate just behind him, but 3 laps to go. Jensig starting to lose a little bit of that lead to his teammate there, Michael Madden. Blair Holloman still in 3rd.
Yeah, it's sitting 6/10 now, just about 7/10. Back to Madden, but yeah, it's coming back the other way, slowly but surely. If it only crawls like that, Jensig's got this as long as he stays consistent and doesn't mirror drive. If he watches where he's going and hits his marks, he should be pretty good. I don't think Madden and Holloman have anything for him right yet.
Yeah, so 2 laps to go, and this is what you want to see in your rear view mirror. Those trucks starting to get smaller and smaller, and that's exactly what Sean Jensig is seeing as he rounds turns 3 and 4. Comes back to the starter stand to see that white flag waving. 1 lap to go here in Nashville.
Yeah, Madden Holloman, they're going to try to do everything they can to battle it out for P number 2 right now between Madden and Holloman is 2/10. Back to Williams, a second and a half behind the leader, and Herman right now to round out the top 5 at 1.6 back.
So 2 more turns for the 29, and Sean Jensick is going to get what he wants here tonight, and that's a win after being 1 point below the cut line. I have to imagine he's going to be feeling good about his chances for a Homestead Final 5 redemption here. Sean Jensick wins here at Nashville. So well earned by the driver of the 29 Premier Racing Setups Ford F-150. He is going to be your driver here tonight for tonight's TJ's Team winning moment. Go ahead and check them out at morethan-a-cape.org. Well deserved. This 29 really ran his way up through the field. 13 positions gained after starting in 14th. Comes home, P number 1.
Absolutely going to bring it back to the start stripe. Dial up the brake bias and let her eat. 29 getting the donuts done.
So not your conventional celebration there as he just kind of sent it into the wall there. But you know what? He's got all he needs out of this truck. Why not just tank it? Like a lot of these trucks got banged up here tonight. You think this was a short track race with how much damage all these trucks. So he just wanted to join in on the party, I think.
There you go. Yeah, push in the front end and let the rear end smack up against that wall and about call it a day. Take a photo for the scrapbook and come on up to the booth.
All right, so yeah, he's going to park it there. Looks like the celebration's done, so we're going to head up to the blimp here and bring up your results here for tonight's race. Round 2, race 2, and Sean Jensick is your winner here. And once again, it's doing the weird thing with the camera. I hate that camera. Back up to the blimp. So Sean Jensick, your winner here. Michael Matt at Rat Pack Racing taking the top 2 spots here. Blair Holloman rounding out your 3rd place. And those 2 teams, kind of satellite teams, so Zuyos, Rat Pack, and I like what they see here tonight with 4 drivers in the top 5. Trevor Williams sitting there 4th. Brad Herman going to round out your top 5.
Yeah, Brad Herman did not want to see Jensick grab this. Jensick ahead of him in those points. But Bobby Anderson in P at number 6 for that number 18. Great rebound for him. Lane Doyle in the number 47 Chevrolet to finish P number 7. Nick Halda also a good rebound for P number 8, up 3 spots from where he qualified. Connor Cunningham again able to finish inside the top 10. P number 9, and Austin Purnell in that 36 Toyota P10.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson I can't tell you the last time I've seen his name outside the top 10, but it's there in 11th. So Ryan Johnson, only a 9-point advantage coming into tonight's race with that win last week. He's going to be feeling a little bit of pressure for once in his playoff career here in his rookie season in SRN. So Ryan Johnson comes home P number 11. Bo Tiffany finishes 12th. Ben Park in 13th. Lucas Lyons comes home in 14th after what was looking like a promising night for the driver of that 7. Andrew Harris going to come home 15th. And rounding out the top 20, Rob Yost Jr., Sean Kozier, Jose Castellanos, Dean Gagliano, and Daniel Park. So that's a look at that top 20 running order here tonight. So let's go ahead and bring up Blair Holloman, what do you say, and try and track him down there. He is in the broadcast waiting room here. Blair Holloman, it's Greg Olenek and Pete Rusick here in the SRN broadcast booth. Congrats on a great finish here tonight, P3. It's going to help your cause here towards making that Final 5. How's that feel after what was kind of a chippy race here tonight?
Well, definitely out the playoffs, but it's pretty nice to actually finish in the top 5 here at Nashville. This is one of the weirdest tracks I think I've ever raced at. It's 4 corners, but yet that tri-oval realistically is turn 5. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say I've absolutely gotta agree. But for a weird track, concrete track, 1.3 mile, kind of unheard of throughout the typical NASCAR circuit. But man, you were able to come on out and have one hell of a race in that 06, definitely mixing it up with quite a few guys as the race has gone on. if Jensic wasn't able to smash that loud pedal first, you think you might have had anything for him after that last restart?
I mean, I would have liked to think I had something for the guys up ahead, but I knew on that last restart with anytime I had to start beside faster trucks, especially like JW's team, those guys are always fast. So starting beside Trevor, I knew I had to be on my A game because like if I miss a shift or I don't get in the gas quick enough, I'm going to be going backwards and that man's going forward.
Well, Blair, great run here tonight. Exactly what the doctor ordered as in regards to you making the Final Five in Homestead. So you got a one more race out in Kentucky. How you feeling about your chances at Kentucky Speedway?
Kentucky's a track that I'm not really good at, if I have to be honest. I don't think I finished well there last season at all. But I know we got the guys racing for Final Five. Sadly, I had to make my departure from that, but I'll give Tier 2 a run for its money, and it's a good night for the Rat Pack boys and all the Zeos boys. I do see theirs. If you look at the top 5, 4 out of 5 is either Rat Pack or Zeos.
Yeah, we pointed that out. I figured you guys would be pretty pumped with that run here tonight. Nashville, like you said, not an easy track by any means. So great run here tonight. Before we let you go, Blair, you got any friends, any family, any sponsors you want to give a quick shout out to?
Yeah, of course. I'd love to give a quick shout out here. The Customer Club with Dustin. This is that paint scheme from last year, although the hood's a little different. It's the same one from his birthday, so I was able to get him another podium. That was nice to see. ACR with Brian and Brandy Lefevre. Macro Tools with my tool guy, Roy Salisbury. Of course, all the guys with Rat Pack and Zeos Racing. It's a good night for all of us. Really, we're able to achieve pretty much lockdown on top 5. That's impressive.
Yeah, it is really impressive, and really flexing some muscle here later on in the season. So, man, congratulations once again. Have fun celebrating with the teammates, and we'll see you next week at Kentucky.
Thank you, guys. I'll catch you.
All right, buddy. All right, so that was Blair Hallman coming home P number 3 here tonight. Let's go ahead track down our runner-up, that being Michael Madden. Bring him on up to the booth. Michael, it's Greg Olenek and Pete Rusick up here in the SRN broadcast booth. P2 here tonight after a great run, starting in 8th. Second place, not too shabby considering, you guys in Rat Pack Racing taking the top 2 spots, as well as your Zuyost friends over there, kind of your satellite team. 4 out of the top 5. Dominant run here tonight. How you feeling about your chances here after a great run heading into Kentucky?
Oh man, I just feel relieved. That was a great championship run right there. A lot of stuff went wrong. Kept the level head and dug one out for P2. And how can you not be happy with that after that 2.5 foot of net code being taken away from the fastest truck of the race?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. We saw that. Not to our liking either up here in the booth. But yeah, exactly right. But tell me, Michael, you're got Kentucky Speedway next week. If I remember correctly, that's one of your favorite tracks in that 15.
Hey, me and you battled out at many a times there in different leagues here. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. I had that one circled. It's just keeping the head down, stacking the pennies. Top 5 is what I'm after, and I've gotten 2 top 5s. So hey, 3-2, maybe next week will be 1.
I tell you, Michael, it's kind of the first time I actually get a chance to talk to you. I almost counted you out with all the damage that you had down the left-hand side. Was it just because Sean Jensic was able to get on that throttle sooner than everybody else, and you were able to get down and secure that bottom line? Do you think that's what kept you on the podium? And will you have anything for this points battle?
Oh yeah, I definitely think I'll have something for the points battle. I just got to catch a lucky break, and I did catch one tonight. Yeah, I really thought the draft was what kept me in it. If I was fast, I had the line. I definitely would have been up there for battling for the win. But yeah, just the teammate help that I got tonight was pretty much what secured my my second place finish. It's just the draft and getting down to the bottom, and I feel like everybody had damage in like the top 7. It was just kind of the way that the race went. But yeah, it definitely helped having some teammates around me.
Well, before we let you go, Michael, you got any friends, any family, any sponsors you want to give a quick shout out to?
Absolutely. I always want to shout out the Rat Pack boys and all those guys over at Zoo Yost. We've been working together. We're doing what we got to do. Mr. Yost for putting everything on. He's the man over there. Always want to shout out, Sean and Sparkle Shine crew. and then the MM15 crew keeping me every week with the support in the chats and all that good stuff. So thank you for you guys and what you do every week, and we'll see you in Kentucky.
All right, buddy. Yeah, we'll see you out there. Best of luck, and we'll get to it. All right, so that was your runner-up here tonight. Michael Madden coming home, Pete, number 2. So that means we got one more man to talk to, and that's the man of the hour, Sean Jensick. It's Greg Olenek and Pete Rusick up here in the SRN broadcast booth. Congratulations on a well-earned victory here tonight. Started 14th, come home at the top of the pylon. Tell me, were you expecting to win this race here tonight after starting mid-pack, and was it kind of a pressure-filled race coming into this race 1 point back, or did the Cardulo incident early on kind of ease that pressure up?
I mean, totally messed up my qualifying. That was probably one of the worst qualifying runs I've had this season. But put me in 14th, wasn't too upset with where I was at with how badly I ran that. But then, I didn't even see what happened there with the whole Cardulo and Bayer thing. I was right up I'm behind Nick Halda, I believe that's who it was, and then I ran into him a little hard, so sent him a little apology there for that. But I didn't even see, and I had my teammates telling me what was going on with that, and I got to go look at the broadcast and see what happened there.
To kind of add on to what Greg was just talking about, being pressure packed, when the cautions, or when the first caution came out, and then the second and the third, did you think it was going to be a couple of attempts at a green white checker, and were you prepared to go all the way? Did you ever think like somebody's going to try to come up from behind you and steal it from you?
I mean, I was hoping there that we were just getting as many cautions as possible, because I know, none of those guys were able to really keep up with me there on those restarts. I know Madden had some damage, and then I was shooting off there in first gear and getting, a few tenths ahead by the time we reached turn 1. So I really wasn't too disappointed to see those cautions, especially there for my teammate Mike Madden too, because I know he had about like 30, 35 seconds of optionals, he was saying, from some bad netcode early on. But, I was not complaining with seeing all those cautions, and really happy for him that he was able to bring it home P2 with all that damage too.
Well, great run for you guys here tonight. Looking like you guys might be able to keep the momentum going. I know most of you guys over there at Rat Pack like the Kentucky Speedway, so that's where we're heading next week. So get to practicing. But before we send you off and celebrate with your teammates, you got any friends, any family, any sponsors you want to give a quick shout out to?
Yeah, I'll give a big shout out to all the Rat Pack guys, everyone under the Rob Yost family tree, as he calls it, that whole thing. Especially the 4 guys I'm running with, Madden there, Sean and Nate. Again, thanks to Blair too. He was a big help with those restarts there. Like to thank Sparkle and Shine and Premier Racing Setups. And then I know if I don't give her a shout out, my girlfriend, because she's been, getting all ticked off when I'm having my few interviews here, telling me I keep forgetting her. So I didn't forget you this week.
Smart man. Yeah, you can't forget the misses, and you nailed the test here this week. So congratulations, Sean, on a well-deserved victory here. You were just charging through the field all night. Looked really hungry out there, and you're going to feel good about your chances maybe at moving on at Homestead. So we'll see you next week at Kentucky, man. Best of luck.
Thank you. See you then.
All right, Pete. So your first truck race is in the books. How you feeling about that? It was not too shabby, right?
No, not at all. I absolutely love these trucks. In a few of the other series that I've run, since switching over from console, most of it has been in the trucks. I absolutely love this series, and yeah, Greg, glad to be here.
Well, thanks for stopping on by after what was a wild start to tonight's race, but we got it all worked out, and I think this was one of the better shows that we've had all season long. So only 2 more races to go for these truckers, being Kentucky Speedway and Homestead for that final race. So they're going to be really feeling that pressure next week. So 1 more race to go here this week, that being the Xfinity Series race. Same time tomorrow, same place, right here on Speed Racing Network. So please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that little bell so you know exactly when we go live. But that's going to do it for us here tonight in the Truck Series. So for myself, Pete Rusick, all the admins, and all the drivers here and each and every person behind the scenes. We sincerely thank you guys for stopping by. Good night, and remember to go faster.